My name is Kyprii, and I'm originally from Detroit, as I represent so nicely. And I live in LA. And I started making music around 2016, my first year of college. And I kind of just been growing in that over the years. And when I first started making music, it was more for myself, just trying to heal some wounds I had carried with me throughout life. And when I entered college, I was trying to get rid of those wounds. So music was my outlet. And I used to make music in the dorms with guys I went to college with. And it never left me as a place I could go. But over the years, I moved to Arizona and I did my project To the Crowd of Spilled Milk, which is also my way of releasing some more recent wounds I had at that time of my life. And this next project, I didn't have it. I didn't make it more so for me. I made it more so for us. When I moved to LA, I knew myself and I saw my belief systems and what I was believing about myself or what was for me or why things happened to me, and on repetition. And living my first year in LA, I had to break those beliefs in order to grow and to become the woman I am. So I spent that time doing that my first year, and I ended up living in an RV by myself. When I moved to the RV, I wanted to live alone because I was so people pleasing that if I had time to myself, I would give it to people around me because I would feel like they'd think it was something wrong with me or I had issues or something, just my own overthinking. And I wanted to live alone so I can live by my own time and my own schedule. I wasn't really healthy, I wouldn't say. I mean, I didn't care for health as I care for it now. That all developed in the time that I was living alone in the RV. And when I was living alone in the RV, I decided to wake up and keep going to the gym because I was like, I need something to keep me consistent and keep me just healthy and taking care of myself. If nobody was gonna take care of me, I wanted to take care of me. I wanted to love me, and I didn't love myself. I didn't even know how to love myself. So I started there. I had these songs when I transitioned from the house to the RV. These songs that I'm now releasing: Cream Soda, LA Traffic, Vivica A. Fox, and more. A18 Escape. It's 9 songs that I was working on loyally. And when I started the project, I was just looking for myself. I was just looking to find who I was as a person. And I found myself, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm happier, genuinely happy, genuinely joyful. I was happy before, but I was just happy. It was moments where I was resentful and I was bitter and I was hurt by a lot of people that I lingered that on with me all my life, And I had just learned through working out and journaling, so much journaling, how to release a lot of the feelings I think and how to study the way that I was thinking and feeling. So my time in the RV was very introspective and growth based, and I wouldn't change that time of my life ever. But coming out of my transition of not loving myself to loving myself, I've become happier and I've become more joyful and feel more complete. But when I look out in the world, I see a lot of people that look the way I used to look. You know, they think the way I used to think. And I see a lot of people who think in the way I now think and the way I now believe. And this project was all devoted to help people. That's what this all became about. I want people to discover themselves the way I had the time and the space to discover myself. When I look out at the world, it's kind of scary right now because, you know, I always want to make music to bring peace, you know, to bring light to the world. I go about my day-to-day life hoping to bring hope and light to the world, which I hope I'm able to do. When I look out in the world, though, I don't often see it. I don't see people move with love. I see people move with a lot of hurt, a lot of anger, you know, not a lot of fairness, you know, not with judgment and not embracement, you know. And I still want to help be a light to the world as much as possible. And my art is my way of doing that. And that's why I keep going, and that's why I keep doing this. Trust me, it has not been an easy journey. It has been very turbulence-based and scary and worrisome, but it's also has been the most fulfilling thing I've ever done for myself, was to love myself, be myself, and stand on it, you know. So I don't know what pushed me here, but I don't feel like I'm vulnerable enough. And I think being a light to the world, you should be vulnerable because it's real, you know. I can't walk around and act like it's all been happy-go-lucky. And I think a lot of people, they follow me and they like, oh, well, she just happy-go-lucky. It's probably easy for her. Oh no, I have a battle too every day. We all got battles. Everybody got a battle, you know. And how do we help each other, you know? How do we help our world? Because this is our world, you know? This is the world we made and we're making through the ways we carry ourselves, and we carry our hopes and our dreams and our manifestations and our fears, you know, the things that we don't always feel comfortable with as well, you know, our poor feelings, whatever that may be. My point and my purpose here is to be a light to the world. I'm not here to make anybody feel insignificant. I actually want everybody to feel like they are more than enough and that they are loved and cared for. I want people to see themselves as a light and help spread love and light and forgiveness and, you know, the good things, because that's all what we need as individuals. So I'll keep it short to 10 minutes, but thank you for listening if you listen. And Friday, it begins the rollout of my project, Starlight. So thank you so much for supporting me. If you've been down, you've been down. If you can't find it in you, God bless you, it's all good. And I thank God for everybody who exists, you know. I love y'all. So peace.